Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with Torah Life Ministries, and I've been going back and forth with this person through text about the commandments, if we should be keeping them or not. And I haven't found, and I've been asking this person, show me one place in the Bible where it says we are no longer to keep the commandments. And he keeps sending me a whole bunch of scriptures about the law. And I keep trying to explain to him the law that Yeshua Messiah came to do away with was the man-made law of the Pharisees and the sages. It had nothing to do with the guidelines and instructions from our Creator known as the Torah. Yeshua actually taught his followers to keep the guidelines and instructions. That's what he said. But so many people get mixed up the word law and Torah. They don't understand that the Torah is instructions of our Creator, and the law is this man-made law that the man made, and it says in the Bible, do not add or take away, but keep my commandments. Anyway, this person says, well, the Old Testament's done away with, and that doesn't matter anymore. We have a whole new set of rules. I'm like, oh, really? So after going back and forth, and I finally said to him, I texted him, I said, what does 1 John 2:4 mean to you? Now I could have said read 1 John 2:4 or 1 John 2:4, there it is right there, but I said, what does 1 John 2:4 mean to you? Now I'm going to read 1 John 2:4 for you out there, and you'll see right now. It says in 1 John 2:4, let's start in 1 John 2:3. It says, and by this we know that we have known him if we keep his commandments. And then 2:4 says, the one who says, I have known him, and does not keep his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Okay, so it says the one who does not keep the commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So I asked this person, what does that mean to you? And his reply, I don't want to mock somebody or laugh at somebody. And this happened last year. I made another video because somebody had kind of like the same reply. When it says in 1 John 2:4, the one who says, I have known him and does not keep his commandments. So the word his, underline the word his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So the reply was, from this person was, John is referring to Jesus' commandments. Don't you see that? Oh, I guess I missed that one. I guess it wasn't the commandments that our Creator gave that Yeshua taught to everybody. You know, it was a whole set of new commandments that Yeshua gave. And he said, oh, those other commandments aren't important anymore. But there's new commandments. So in essence, I guess I missed it. What I guess it really says is, the one who says, I have known him, and does not keep these new commandments that Yeshua created that are different than the original commandments, he's a liar. We no longer have to keep the 10 commandments and all the other commandments in the original covenant. No, because Yeshua has these new commandments. I guess I missed that one. Yeah, I guess I can't see that one. I guess I'm blind. No, folks, when it says his commandments, he's talking about the Torah. And he's saying here, and what it's saying here, and what it says in the renewed covenant is, yes, Moses gave it on paper. He wrote it down. It was given to him in stone from our Creator. And we are to take that and not have to have it on paper or stone anymore, because now his commandments, the Torah, should be on our hearts without picking and choosing. That's the problem right there, folks. People want to pick and choose. Yeah, I'll say it again. The average church will say, oh, the Old Testament's done away with. Now it's time to take your tithe. They're just out of their mind because they're picking and choosing. We have to know the Torah, the foundation of all Scripture, to understand Yeshua's words, to understand Paul's words. And Paul was a Torah keeper. Yeshua was a Torah keeper. And we're all told to be Torah keepers because those are the instructions and guidelines of our Creator. And if we're not doing His will and we say we love Yeshua, we are a liar. We're a liar. Now, can people lie and not know it? Well, there you go. They're lying and they're not knowing it. Well, I love something, but I'm really not giving attention to that. well, you're lying. Now, you can lie and know it, and you can lie and not know it. But if you say you love something, but you're not willing to follow something, you don't really love that what you think you do or the way you think you'd love it. But I've asked people how come they have, I always sometimes say, people just don't read their scriptures so they don't see it. But I met a lot of scholarly people who read their scriptures quite well, and they would still say something crazy like it's done away with, the Torah, and there's a new. And I would say, how come you missed it? Because then later on they would find it, and they would find a mistake, or I would ask somebody, how come so many people miss it? Or how come you missed it? And the answer I get quite often, and it's not something I would think of. Again, I used to think people are just not, they're just not reading their scriptures, but people are reading it and missing it. And the answer I get from just about everyone who sees it now, who've read the scriptures over and over again and haven't seen it before, it's quite amazing how they give me a similar answer. They all say something to the effect, the scales were taken away from my eyes, and now I can see. That's what they tell me. As I interview different people at different times, asking them the question, why didn't you see it before, but now you see it, and that's their answer. So I will assume that this person who texted me this, the scales are on their eyes, and they're not seeing it yet. Well, who determines when they fall off? I'm just going to go by what these people told me. They said, when a creator felt they were ready, they were able to see it. So many people are blinded today. And who's it up to if they're going to see it or not? Yes, we have to read the word. But I'm going by their answer. That was the experience for the most of the people that I've met and what they've told me. So, for those of you out there who haven't seen it yet, and you think things like this fellow's thinking, well, those are just the commandments of Yeshua. Well, Yeshua is Yahweh, folks. There weren't two separate commandments. That's it. I mean, what could we say? If I tell my child to do something, and they go on the street and tell their friends, well, my dad said to do something completely opposite than what I said to do. Or my dad said, I don't got to do that anymore. He's a liar. Because he's saying something I didn't say. Well, a lot of translators will say things that Yeshua never said. He says, if you love me, keep my commandments. So the question, I guess, is the commandments of Yeshua different than the commandments of Yahweh? Let me translate that for the average Christian out there. Is the commandments of Jesus different than the commandments of the Lord? They can't be, folks. They have to be the same. And he doesn't make any mistakes, and he doesn't change. He has his word, and it's right there for us to see. If you have any comments or questions, post them below the video. Until then, everybody, have a great day, and shalom, shalom.
Come out of the world, oh my people, seek the truth, avoid the evil, learn Yahweh's ways, Torah Life Ministries, come out of the world.